No recording.
Recording. Voice is low. Voice is fine.
I'll just join one again after rejoin the meeting. Might be the problem at my end.
Okay, but I'm able to hear you clearly. Okay, so modulation is something which comes with practice. In fact, after 4 months, June you completed, or July you completed, August, September, October, around 4 months, or from the time he started off, May month he started. Now I'm telling Harish Reddy, start modulating your voice. Now on that day I told Sashidhar, modulate your voice. You remember that my communication on that day? Okay, because modulation is not something which can be coming immediately. And you will make some mistakes. You will not know when to go up, when to go down. And the only way by means of which is, this will come is, you have to practice, you have to record, you have to watch your own speech, and you have to make others to listen to your speech, where the modulation is right, where the modulation is wrong. It takes its own time. But what can I do? Ensure that you start using adjectives. And modulation can happen even during your one-to-one communication at home. Because understand, what is the great thing about modulation? Without changing what you are speaking, the way you are speaking can convey a different meaning. That is what is modulation.
Correct.
I can just say I am the boss and my secretary is Sheila, and I just tell my colleague, Sheila hasn't come to office. Sheila hasn't come to office. Sheila hasn't come to office. Now, what I have said is the same, but the way I have said conveys a different meaning. Is it true or not? Have you been able to catch it up?
Yes.
Yes.
Sheila hasn't come to office. Nothing. No emotion, nothing. Sheila hasn't come to office. Surprise. Oh. Sheila hasn't come to office, which means even today Sheila hasn't come to office. So without changing what I'm speaking, I change the way I'm speaking, giving a different message. Now practice modulation in your one-to-one communication. Practice modulation in your Zoom calls before you can practice modulation in your real life, in your speaking engagement with your customers, in your presentations much later. Would that make sense to all of you?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And don't do this foolish method of what Parag did in terms of highlighting green, red, left and right, center. It will go for a toss. Your mind will not be able to comprehend. And modulate in your mother tongue. But Harish Reddy will tell you how difficult it is to speak in the mother tongue. Day before yesterday, he had a Toastmaster speech to be given in his Telugu. And he said that was the most difficult thing that he had to do.
Sir, even Ramana is there yesterday.
Oh,
I
Ramana was
joined
also there.
yesterday.
He joined as a guest, so
Okay.
it was very tough to speak in mother tongue.
Okay. But you can try modulation in mother tongue. And that too in an informal communication. In fact, I used to do it in my initial days. Harish Reddy, make a note of it. No, this is also not in the book. Thank you very much.
Sir, one small.
Ramana, tell me, Ramana.
Yes. When we are speaking one-to-one or in a family gathering or a close circle, modulations automatically comes up, sir. But when we talk to a larger group, then we miss out.
Because of nervousness.
Okay.
Because of nervousness. Follow all the things which we spoke in the commandment number 4. Commandment number 4, read, and watch. The video is there for you, in the YouTube.
Yes.
Watch the commandment number 4 again and again and again. Watch. Let it seep into your system.
Okay.
Put the video. Let the whole family watch the video. Play it on your television. You must be having a smart TV. So that's the way it works. So modulation will come because when you're nervous, modulation will not come. So modulation will take a little bit of time. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
And do not be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to modulate your voice immediately. That will not happen. Okay. Commandment number 10. C10. Thou shalt be intense in your communication, which is basically meaning intensity. This is the toughest. This is the toughest of all. There are days where you pick up a book and you open it, 3 chapters go like that inside your system. There are days where not 2 pages move in 1 hour. Has it happened to every one of you?
Yes.
It must have happened during student life. It has happened to every one of you. The day it all went inside is the day when you were intense. The day nothing. कुछ भी नहीं चाह रहा है, जा नहीं जा रहा है यार, नहीं जा रहा, क्या हो रहा आज? It has to do a lot to do with psychologically. In fact, last batch there was somebody by name Mithul Shangi who did extensive research, but I'm not able to share that with you right now because he went and referred to how the brain works. In the brain, different parts of a lot of terminologies and all you used. I don't want to get into those things because I don't even know that it is right or not first. So I don't want to get into it. But intensity is, one man went to Swami Chinmayananda and said, Swamiji, I have gone through Bhagavad Gita 8 times, but I have still not understood anything about it. Swamiji told him back, you went through Bhagavad Gita 8 times. How many times Bhagavad Gita went through you? You went through that speech 15 times before you delivered, but how many times the speech went through you? So intensity. It's not going to happen overnight. In fact, it took me 3 years for me to first deliver a one speech with intensity. Intensity is what? It has to happen. It is like flowering. Flowering is what? Can you decide when the flower should come out? Can you demand the plant? Flower, 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 flower. It will not flower. It will happen. Flowering isn't happening. Intensity isn't happening. So what do I do? Because in fact, for speakers, it becomes easy. For others, it becomes a little difficult. Sachin Tendulkar was asked, sportsmen use this terminology called in the zone. What is in the zone? Tendulkar says that innings of 99 he scored against Pakistan in the 2003 World Cup. He said, not a thought was coming into my mind. I was opening along with Shevak. I didn't even tell to Shevak. And I was just seeing where the umpire was. And I went and took the strikers. I took the strike because normally sometimes I take the strike or sometimes Virendra Shevak takes it. I didn't even talk. I saw the ball. I hit the ball. It was in the zone. Roger Federer speaks about it. Most sportsmen speak about it called as in the zone. That is what is called as intensity. But it can happen. In my speech, I'm sure Ravi and Rajendra must have listened to the speech many a times. Announce your arrival. I give an idea about how 10,000 hours of practice actually helps you to get into that. Okay. So intensity is something which takes time. Singers. See, anybody who's a singer here? Sachin is a singer here. Sachin, unmute and come on the screen. I'm not going to ask you to sing now. Another day I will ask you to sing. Was there a day were there days where you had to remember the lyric, you have to make an effort to remember the lyric? Those were some times. But there must be a day where you didn't even put an effort, but singing happened. Has it ever happened like that to you?
Yeah. It happened.
That is called as intensity. I have to keep practicing. There comes a day where intensity automatically happens. Dancers, singers, sportsmen, speakers, everybody goes through those moments of intensity. You're doing with complete intensity. I have seen it writing. In fact, when Harish Reddy is a beta reader. When I sent the 7 essentials, 7 elements of leadership, he said I couldn't keep it down. I'm talking about much before the book came. It was the month of June, if I'm right, Harish?
Yes.
Okay. He said, sir, this one chapter, something, it just went like that, like a breeze. Okay. So, in fact, for me also, the moment 7 elements of leadership, it just poured. There are some other chapters where you have to. In fact, most of the things which I wrote in this book was just, it poured. So, in fact, the person whom we all hate the maximum in cricket should be Greg Chappell, if you're a great cricket follower, because he screwed up Indian cricket big time. He wrote a beautiful column. This was, if I'm right, in the year 2011. 2011, India were coming back from England, having lost all the 4 test matches, post-World Cup victory. India were going to Australia. Some of the big names in the team were out of form. And Australia side also, many of the players were out of form. Mike Hussey was out of form. Michael Clarke was out of form. Ricky Ponting was coming to the end of his career. So a lot of things was happening. At that point of time, Greg Chappell wrote a massively admirable piece of article in Hindu paper. And those days I used to read Hindu paper. These days I don't. Okay. And came now. Unnecessarily it came, which means it's a mannerism. Now, Greg Chappell wrote, a player of the caliber of Mike Hussey or a VVS Lakshman or a Virendra Sehwag or Tendulkar or Michael Clarke, when they go out of form, most of the times the video analyst and the coach says, go and watch video. Go and watch your video and see what the mistake you're doing. And he said, no, you don't do that. Great players do not have to catch the video, watch the video to catch the flaws. And he said, when you have done hours and hours of practice, which I call it as 10,000 hours, what happens is, in the subconscious mind, all your reactions are stored. And most of the time when the ball is coming at 160 kilometers per hour, 150 kilometers per hour, can you literally decide, okay, I'm going to play a pull shot. Okay, I'm going to drive. No, you see the ball and automatically response comes. So he says, what is out of form? Out of form is born out of doubt. Doubt comes in the conscious mind. It doesn't come into the subconscious mind. The ball is outside the off stump. You want to leave, but the conscious mind says, touch. And you edge, and there's a catch. And he says for every batsman, that's why Gavaskar used to beautifully say, even if you scored 100 in the previous match, every next innings, you start with 0 against your name. Because you're still walking with a little bit of doubt. Is the ball going to swing? Is the ball going to seam? Is it going to be pitching short? I don't know what is going to happen. Those doubts are going to be there. He says the doubts are only to the conscious mind. Great players just go for practice, just go into the nets and let the subconscious mind take over. And the moment the subconscious mind takes over, automatically the edges will not come. The ball will meet at the middle of the mat bat. Now, I don't want to get into now subconscious mind. I will speak about it a little later. Conscious mind is your private mind. Subconscious mind is not just your private mind. It's a part of infinite mind. About it on a little later, at a later stage. So, in fact, my mentor Mahatria beautifully says, nothing of me, everything of you. And when I was asking him in one of the conversation, he said, Sreeram, nothing of me, everything of you need not necessarily mean nothing of me and everything of God. He said, nothing of my conscious mind and everything of my subconscious mind. And it takes over, everything happens. When I was sharing this article with him. So intensity is for your subconscious mind to take over when there is no doubt. But you're not going to reach that stage overnight. Please understand, you're not going to reach that stage overnight. It is going to take time. But what can you do? What can you do? Initial days. This is where the biggest problem and challenge is for everybody. Initial days, do one thing at a time. You're not an Unix. Unix operating system can do multitasking. In the initial days, you can't do multitasking. You can do only single tasking. So what you do, this is the discipline which you have to get in the initial days of your public speaking. When you think, only think. When you speak, only speak. The problem is, when you are speaking, you start thinking, am I speaking right? Oh, why is Harish Reddy nodding his head like this? Is my English correct? Am I using the right word? Oh, I forgot this. Please understand, you will forget. So many things I have forgotten. That is why I'm asking Harish Reddy to remind me that these are things you have to go into the book. If I prepare 20 points, you will forget 10 points. Important presentation, even client presentation also, you will forget. Forgetfulness is part of our system. So, not to worry at all. Do not worry, my friend. Okay. So all you need to do is let the intensity take over. Last, when you start dancing, there is a dancer and there is a dancing. When you are singing, there is a singer, there is a singing. When you are attempting to speak, there is a speaker and there is a speaking. Intensity is when the dancer no more exists and the dancer has immersed himself into the process of dancing. That is intensity. When the singer no more exists, because the singer can only think, I can sing like this. No, it's singing has taken over. In fact, S.P. Balasubramaniam is one of the latest we can think of as an epitome of that. 41,000 songs. There are days where he used to record 16 songs. And he says there are times where I will just allow it to take over. I will ask the composer and I will sing once and I will do it with the word he has used in Tamil. So I don't know exact word, I can't say. But the closest word is intensity. So it is intensity. So let the speaker die and the speaking take over. And that is the moment when you become intense in your communication. Okay. Examination also same thing happens. There are times where examination, what happens? You start writing, you write. There are days, but what can I do to become intense? Practice, practice, practice. Unfortunately, for everything, there is only 3 P's: practice, practice, practice. Okay. Now, I will come and again, I will speak about coaching, how to fill the room, what are the various training and coaching and all those stuff. I will come to it. But now we are going to speak. It's 7:08 now. We are going to speak. So what are we going to speak on? Everyone is going to speak on the golden moments of my life. How many minutes I can speak? You can speak from 3 to 5 minutes. You need to put all the 10 commandments into place. Probably I'll let Rajendra speak on Wednesday because he must be in work now. His work is getting over in the factory. So rest of you can start. I will give you a few minutes to assemble your thoughts. It's as good as impromptu speech. Do not write your speech. Don't write your speech. Just have your bullet points. Have your bullet points. So a different kind of preparation will be required when we go to the presentation of commandments. But here, just preparation of your golden moments. Speak loud. Open your mouth wide enough. Obviously, be ready to face people. If there is fear, no problem. Actions confident. Twist yourself up. And eye contact. Look around everybody in the screen and speak, or look at the camera. Find a nice spot. I will be putting you on speaker view. Avoid mannerism, verbal and non-verbal. When you're narrating the golden moment, let the emotions come out. And when I say don't use the paper, basically because the paper means intensity or again stopping it. That is why I'm saying. Okay. So I give you a few minutes to assemble your thoughts, because when somebody else is speaking, I don't want you to be thinking. And we will give a global feedback, preferably tell something positive about a particular person. And if you notice that a particular commandment has been completely missed, in the sense, say somebody is speaking very low, somebody is not, probably eye contact, is going little bit up and down, going here and there, udhar udhar ja raha hai, you can mention, but don't be too critical, because people don't want to be, criticized too much, but it'll be good to hear. So make mistake. In the net practice, you can get out 10 times. Umpire can't tell you, go. 20 times also you can get out. But in the match, if you get out once, you're out once. When you're making a client presentation and you make a blunder. But this is a practice, this is a lab, so you can make as much mistakes as you want. Is that clear? Any questions, any comments, anybody wants to make? Amit, I know pretty well, has come back to his house, sitting in his nice leather couch, okay, and listening. So yes, all of you are ready. I hope Ravi also is able to, address. He has reached the destination. I saw him in the house or in the office. So everybody fine? All good? Arey, bolna
Yes.
padega.
Yes, sir.
Now Suchin is not talking. Till now he was asking questions, he was talking and all the stuff.
You asked me to make points, right?
Yeah. Assemble your thoughts. Just take another 5-7 minutes and we will start. Okay. And we will, Arish, just keep a count of who is speaking, because we may not be able to complete everybody today. And also one more thing, keep in mind before we come back from this chota break, not the break for anything else, just a break to assemble your thoughts. When is Dasara being celebrated? Is next Sunday okay for you guys? Or is next Monday better for you? Which is more comfortable? So just have, I don't know. I'm okay with any of the dates. I'm absolutely fine. Just think about it, particularly women folk. I know Dasara is a big festival, that too for Bishaka. It is big. Jharkhand, Bengal, it is a big festival. I know the festivities have come down, but in the house there may be festival. And even in your house there could be festival. So let me know an update about Dasara. That also we will have it once we come back. Okay. I'll pause the recording for a moment. I've been going through now is gallery mode, where I can see everyone. And there is another mode where speaker, where Ravi Mocharla wants to go next. Okay, beautiful. Harish, you can make a note of it. Ramana, then me. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So speaker mode means you'll be coming on in the recording. You'll be able to see yourself completely.
Yeah, I think that will be fine. Or it'll be better if I have everybody in the view. I can see around.
No, you can see everyone. In that recording, you will be seeing the actor. Now you can put gallery mode and you can watch everyone.
So now I put in speaker mode, but
Okay.
I can see there is a small gallery also here. Start speaking, Bishaka. Just casually speak, and what are you able to see?
Okay. So should
What are you able to see? Is it okay now? Is this okay for you now?
I'm not seeing anything.
You could see yourself.
I'm seeing on myself with the smaller screen.
No, you can take the grid actually, so that you can see everyone. Show grid.
Yeah, I think it is something which she has to do on her computer.
Yes.
Right. So I've
You
made
need to select speaker view.
a gallery view or speaker view. Right? I'll take
You-
gallery view.
You take gallery view. Sir will take speaker view, so that you will be visible completely
Correct.
in recording.
Okay. So one thing, should I start with an introduction or something, or should I just go ahead?
Your wish. Go ahead.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. So today I have already given my introduction before when we started the class. So today I'll be talking about some golden moments of my life. 17 January 2017, my results, CA final results were out. And yes, I had passed. And I was at work when I saw my results. And I was dancing. I didn't pass with really flying colors or something. But yes, I was dancing there. And like for some people, it was like, why you so happy? Wasn't it deemed? I think why was it deemed? And they were like, your father is a CA. You have so many people in your family. So yes, I have 18 family members who are CA, and I'm the youngest of the one.
Oh my God.
Yes. So, and it was something which people around me like, oh, you are deemed to become a C. And I like, please, I was a very mediocre student. And I haven't been someone who was very oriented towards studying or something. No, but yes, the reason why it was a golden moment of my life because people just thought other way for me. I mean, it was something not that I wanted to show somebody or something, but yes, it did shut people's mouth, and yes, I was really happy about it. And I'm a really small human being, like a 5 feet human being, and yes, and it was tremendous to see somebody who's like monitoring somebody and doing something like you're such a small person. How will you manage being the CA? And today, yes, I'm really proud to say that even though I'm married, I'm still supporting my dad, and I'm still working for him, and that is what brings immense joy and happiness to me. That yes, I'm doing something uh, for my family, for myself, for their happiness, because that is something that gave me happiness. Yes, so that was the golden moment of my life, and I'm extremely grateful to God or and everybody around me for like just giving me that push. Like, okay, fine, you can't do it, but yes, I did it, and I'm super glad that I'm I'm at that position today. So yes, this was the golden moment of my life, and this is what I wanted to share with you people. Thank you.
Okay, good. Well expressed. Okay. Feedbacks, please. Yes, Harish.
Yeah, so the one thing I liked is she was very expressive. Like she was very happy while telling her happiest moment. That I liked very much. Congrats.
Thanks for having me.
Anybody else? Yeah. This is the time. You see, the difference between the this course is that I keep it limited because the feedbacks have to be extremely good. This is for you. This is when the course starts. Program starts now. Till now, you've been participating in, okay, listening to me, but now the course starts for you, right? Yes, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, I muted a few people. You can unmute.
The emotions were very well involved.
Emotional intensity, yes.
Yes.
These are very good. Any area, anyone thinks that she can improve? Anything which happened, which probably she can get better.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle, she went too fast.
Yes.
I think that is one area which she needs to practice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. Did she was ready to face people? Yes, she came first. Did she speak loud? Tick. Did she open her mouth wide enough and speak? Yes. Nervousness, did she show? Yes or no. Sometimes she showed. Was there passion, energy? Energy was there. Excitement was there. Expressiveness came out. Eye contact.
Eye contact.
Right.
Two times, 3-4 times she went up.
Yes. I want you to observe. So, in fact, when you're speaking, look at what is the timing. We started off the training program by 5:30 today. So, what is the timing now? You look at it so that even if you want to just go straight to your speech, Wamandai, send the YouTube link. Go there, watch your speech once, twice, thrice. Ask your near and dear ones to watch the speech. They will give you. and you can learn from your own small errors that you're making,
Okay.
not big errors. So eye contact. So you're doing fine. Very good. Next, start preparation for the commandment. Decide which commandment you're going to speak and how you want to present.
They are the moments.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Sreeram, may I be requested to be added to the queue?
Pardon?
May I request myself to be added to the queue?
Sure, Harish.
Added, sir.
Harish should add.
Added already.
Okay.
Damini, you want to say something?
Sir, next in the queue.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So now, is it Ravi Mocharla?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes,
I'm
for
ready.
the question.
The two golden moments. Good evening, everyone. Today, I would like to share with you all.
Damini.
Sorry, sir.
You are in queue.
No, she forgot to mute herself. Probably she was practicing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was practicing and I forgot to.
Okay.
It's okay. I got some time.
Don't mistake me. Mute yourself, and I would, because sometimes what happens is by chance something you utter and you come onto this screen, and the speaker doesn't come to the screen. So that's the reason why. Just mute yourself. Amit, I'll mute you for a minute. When she's speaking.
Yep.
Sreeram, can you keep in the speaker mode? I prefer that.
Yeah. I'll put you on speaker mode. Yeah. You are on speaker mode now. You can go ahead.
All right. Good evening, friends. Today I'm going to talk about 3 golden moments that I had in my life. I am fortunate to be here today on behalf of Sreeram. I'm learning a lot. So the 3 moments that I want to share are, the first one is my first job. When I got my first job, I was thrilled. I was just doing 3rd year MCA, and I got an offer letter with X salary, which I had not thought about ever. I went back to my hometown. There was a red carpet for me from my parents because they did not expect that I get a job that fast. If I have to talk about the second golden moment, I would say, again, when I started my first business, initially when I thought I should start my business, I started following speakers like Sreeram, my guru Sukubodhananda, lot many. I have been following Sreeram from years now, not just Sreeram. He used to give speeches in Impact, and I used to follow the speakers in the Impact too. The first speech that I really impressed and motivated me to really think back when you start my business. When I was thinking of starting my business, I had seen one of the video of Sreeram where he was talking about one of the CEO where he has prepared a chart of title with all the roles. Then I thought, let me stop now. And then after 10 years, when I want to start my business, I started my business after 10 years, which is last year, with a complete preparation, passion, whatever you want to call. So it is like a rock movement that for me, where I entered into the field of software and things are going very well, even in the COVID situation. So that is one of the golden moments that I can call out. And if I had to go back, and the third golden moment that I had is in 2009, when I got my first child. We were waiting for 5 years for the child. When the doctor brought me and given me a child. So the tears came out. I cannot really feel that I'm going to have a child. Initially, it was like, I may not. And my wife was very upset. I'm sharing this personally because this is one of the best moment out of the 3 moments that I was sharing. So I was thrilled and amazed and very happy. The parents are happy. So now I call myself as the complete man to be. I'm not at. That is what I joined for this. Thank you so much. And I wish you can share me with the feedback so that I can improve from upcoming sessions. Thank you, Sreeram, for the opportunity. Glad that I got the second opportunity, which I like always. Thank you.
Yes, open. It is an opportunity for you to also speak. So observe, you learn from others, you learn from yourself. So what do you want to say?
He was loud and clear, I think.
Mm, mm, mm.
That really came out. He was looking at the camera all the time.
Yeah.
He never went off focus, and he was very clear what he wanted. And another thing was that, see, we are always confused. There are so many golden moments of time. We choose not just one but three. That is also something which I liked it, because about the family, about his job, and about his things. So he was very loud and clear.
Yeah. He was loud and clear. Very loud and clear.
Thanks, Sachin. Any feedback? Any things that I need to improve?
One is you are moving front back. I think that is only I can see.
Thank you so much. In fact, I was just thinking, I prefer standing. Actually, I have a table where it's a motorized table. I was standing. No, oh yeah, good point. Yeah, thank you so much.
A little bit. I was talking about swaying that was there. A little bit. So just be aware of it. If you watch the video, you'll be in a position.
Yeah.
To right.
Okay. So one
Vishaka,
thing
go
I
ahead.
want to say. Ravi, you have an amazing smile. You when you were saying that there was a red carpet for you, I think it would just add if you would have given that smile when you were like the red carpet was there for me. So like that would have just added it more. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else?
I think just wanted to practice that being loud. Somewhere being loud, maybe he might have missed the modulation part, or the storytelling part. I think little bit, yeah.
See, modulation
was not.
does not concentrate now, Sachin. It becomes very difficult at this stage. Maybe the next two speeches we can look at modulation. Modulation should come, and it will come definitely. I would prefer him to open his mouth a little wider. Speed and all is okay. Little more clarity.
Got it. Got it.
Little more clarity. The swaying is there. Eye contact was fantastic. Eye contact was fantastic. Yes, as Sachin says, I think something for the future is to pause, modulate.
Yeah.
Pause and modulate in future. Anybody else? Yes. Who's going to go next, Sharish?
Yeah, just a thought.
Ramanas.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ravi.
Yeah, I was just saying that some of the learnings that I want to share is I had a bath before this speech when you guys are talking, and prepared with the body language, with the dress. So it gives me a movement actually, which is that, okay, I'm ready. Yeah. So I can always sit and do that. But I thought it makes sense for me because this is the first presentation that I'm giving in front of the people who are watching me to give the feedback. So yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Yeah. Good, very good.
And now next is Ramana.
Ramana.
Shall I, sir?
Yes, you are ready. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm here to share my 3 golden moments of my life, so which are mostly identical to Mr. Ravi's points. So one is this is my first job. I'm not very excited when I was qualified, but the moment I qualified, the only thing is in my mind is that I have to get a job in audit, and that too with PwC. So I rejected every offer, and I almost it's like I almost became bankrupt. I don't have a penny to spend. I also ashamed to ask my parents to send some money because I'm a qualified chartered accountant by then. Then I started the trials, and somehow I cracked the interview of 2.5 hours with the PwC partner. And then that's the moment, and I called my mom. I'll just say it in Telugu for effectiveness. Amma naku PwC lo job vachesindi. Inka nenu chuskokaladu verak dirigi ani cheppi. That's what the conversation that I made to my mom. Okay, so that's how I was determined about the audit profession, and particularly with the PwC. And the second the greatest moment of my life is the birth of my daughter. See, just before her birth, my father passed away. So everybody is expecting that it would be a male child and it would be my father. And we all experience the kind of emotions in our lives. But the moment my brother-in-law called me early morning 5:30, I was in the train to reach my wife. Okay, he told me that it's a baby girl. I was totally disappointed. To be frank, it's out of my own emotion I'm sharing. And then I visited my hospital to check my wife and daughter. Then just born baby, and she opened her eyes and smiled at me, and again she slept. And I can't really forget that moment, and which created tears, happiness, everything in my life. And I started looking at life differently from that moment. And you don't believe me, for almost 1 month I have taken a leave to take care of my daughter. So that's the second greatest moment. And the third greatest moment when it comes to a personal, what we call it, rising up again. So after serving PwC, Deloitte and PwC, I thought enough is enough. Let me start my own ventures. Then I started a couple of businesses, invested somewhere. I lost everything. I lost everything to an extent I can't even buy a milk packet to my daughter. And then I was just very sad moment, and my wife came and she said, there is nothing that is happened. You wanted to try something before your child grows up. You have tried, you have burnt your fingers. I know you have talent. I know you can do. Just go back and do whatever you are best at. And that particular moment and the confidence that she gave me, you're able to see me like this now. So then I started looking at what I'm good at. Then I started working on it, and then repaid certain debts for the businesses that I took. And then I joined back my profession. And I also took an additional challenge, which I hate from the beginning of my career, which is taxation. Now I'm leading the taxation department in an organization. So this is one of my greatest moments of life. Thank you.
Lovely.
Super. Ramana, even before somebody else gives the feedback, let me tell you, the moment you spoke about when your child was born, that was the highlight of your speech. That Ramana has to be there for the entire speech.
Can you repeat, sir?
The moment you talked about the birth of your child, particularly eyes opened and she smiled and then she went back, and how the feelings which you went through, that was the highlight of your speech. Now that Ramana must be there in the entire speech.
Okay.
That is the first highlight I'm giving you. Rest I'm leaving it to the people first. Yes, go ahead.
I have a couple of things. On the positive side, as you said rightly, in the initial 1 minute, he was showing his body language, enthusiasm and all. The second part goes with a long information. I mean, basically he's giving more information, which is, I think, not required as part of the context. The second part to it is his tone was very clear. When whatever he's speaking, he's making sure that he's delivering it. And of course, he has used the local language to make sure that the content goes in the right way. For example, if I see speakers like Sreeram or anyone, sometimes they go to the local language to make sure that it gives the real punch, or the information is really carried on. I think I like that. He has taken that chance to talk in Telugu as well. And one feedback that I have is he has, I mean, I think he has a mannerism of moving the left hand a lot. So probably that is something that probably he will need to look at it. That's it. But overall, it's good.
Yes.
Hi, Ramana. What I like is you are very cool throughout the speech, like very slow with pause. I liked it. Yeah. and you looked somewhere top a lot of times. That is the feedback.
You looked on top and you looked to your left. To your left. Observe it. The moment you watch the video, your own speech, watch it tonight. I will send it in the night itself. So tomorrow morning, work and all starts. So watch your speech. Anything else before I give any feedback to him? Another feedback I have for him. Yeah, anybody else wants to say anything? Open your mouth wide enough and talk. Ramana garu, vintara?
Yes, sir. I'm noting it down, sir, all the points.
Yeah. So open your mouth wide enough and talk. Because again and again, I'm asking you to open your mouth wide enough and talk, because that will give you the scope for modulation.
Okay.
Modulation will come because this one point, open your mouth wide enough, is a magic. Is a magic because one change can bring about a lot of changes. When you open your mouth wide enough, the speed starts setting up right, which means your mind and tongue alignment comes into picture. Number two, it allows you to speak louder. Number three, the voice quality changes because you're speaking from the gullet. And more importantly, what it does is it gives you the scope to modulate your voice. Oh, you saw me. And opening your mouth wide enough doesn't mean that you have to only speak loud. It gives you that you can play around. With modulation, communication is music. Without modulation, communication is noise. With modulation, communication becomes music. Without modulation, communication is noise. So modulate. Play around. For that to happen, which in future, I will have to open. That's the reason, see, the 10 commandments have come into picture because the first one, immediately, it's an attitude, willing to face people. Speak loud, immediate decision. Open your mouth wide enough, getting into practice. Getting confident, the feeling and action. Okay. Passion, start preparation. Eye contact, yes. Then leaving mannerism, a little bit of it will take some time because mannerisms have come to us for over a period of time and it will not go off immediately. Add emotions, again it will take a little bit of time because already I'm having emotions, fear, nervousness, anxiety, what people think, log kya bolta hai, so much. So add emotions, it will take time. Emotions, so modulation, it will take some time. Intensity, it is a long-term project. 10 Commandments itself has been designed in such a manner where the earlier ones are easy to implement. The later ones are a little bit difficult. So the easier ones, when I can incorporate it in the early part, it becomes easier. Have you got my point, Ramana? And don't take it as a negative feedback. You have paid the money to ensure that not for me to tell you all the good things. Hey, you're doing a great job. You're doing an amazing job. Fantastic, fantastic. I am here to only make a difference to you. I'm not here to please you. In fact, sometimes what I speak, you may not like. But that's how it is. Facilitator's job is, you have not paid me money to give Archana. Ramana, fantastic. Yes. Ramana, wonderful. Ramana, amazing. Ramana, beautiful. Ramana, super. Ramana, great speaker. Ramana, next up Obama. No, I have to tell you where you can improve. Yes. And what you need to do. Okay. That's right. And in public speaking, what happens? Everybody learns. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Right. Arish, who's going next?
Amit, sir. Next time.
Amit Kotak.
Hi, good evening, friends. Friends, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. It was the summer of 1988. I very vividly remember. The summer of 1988. is when I had cleared my, not cleared, I had actually appeared for my 12th exams, intermediate second year, which is called locally. And after the exams, as most of us would have done in those days, we go for a holiday to our mama's place, to our masi's place, to our bua's place. And I was scheduled to go to my masi's place in Chennai for a 1 month long holiday. And as decided, the next day of the exam, I boarded the train, went to my cousin's house, and we started enjoying one day after the other. You're at freedom, with freedom from everything, freedom from discipline, freedom from college, freedom from parents, and enjoying each day one after the other. It was at the end of 14th day that I get a call from my mother saying that you need to take the next train and come back to Hyderabad. I said, why? She said, no, you come over and then we'll talk. I was left with no other choice but to take the next train, come back to Hyderabad. And then, as soon as I entered the house, the whole family is sitting, with serious face, and they said that you have flunked. I failed in 12th, and it was such a big shock for me because I used to be an above average student till as long as I was in my 10th. Probably, I think misused the freedom which I got in 11th and 12th, and I ignored my studies, is where I lost out. Nevertheless, they still supported me, saying that it is part and parcel of learning, and you can still prove something to the world. You are going to be losing a year, but that's okay. It is probably one lesson that you're going to be learning. So, in that 1 year, I did many small courses like diploma in production management, diploma in marketing management, diploma in financial management, diploma in hotel management, diploma in computer applications. And that 1 year went away. Then comes degree first year, and I joined a particular college. And the first day of my college, my dad called me and he said, Beta, do you realize why you flunked? I think it is because you had bad company. It is because the kind of friends that you were moving around with did not influence you in the right way. So this time, you make sure that you make friends only with the toppers of the college. I said, okay, dad, let me try. And then, like the saying goes, that old habits die hard. I was out of one freedom to another freedom. And this year again, probably I bunked a lot of classes. We went to a lot of movies and picnics, and I actually got serious only in the last 20 days before the exams. 20 days, and I'm very thankful to my teacher, my accounts coach, Dr. Krishna Rao, with whom I'm still in touch with. He coached me for 15 days, just 15 days. And then the result comes. And I topped college. I topped in accounts. I topped in Sanskrit. I topped in statistics, 100 out of 100. Accounts, 100 out of 100. And that day, I came back home and asked my dad, Dad, I remember that you had asked me to be friends only with the toppers of the college. And today, I'm the topper. Now, whom do you want me to be friends with? And that, my dear friends, was the golden moment of my life. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Hey, don't tell me that you are nervous, you don't speak well, and all those stuff. Watch your video, show it to your kids, show it to your wife, and they will all tell you, super, amazing, isn't it? Am I right or not?
Yes.
Before I let you give the feedback, I have something to share regarding what Amit Kotak said. My brother, we come from I'm bragging my own story, but it's an important thing which probably you might, because many of you are parents here, you can share this with your kids. And I didn't follow this, I didn't follow what I'm talking about, because it was something way back. One of the days I asked my brother, how did you get into IIT? It may be a cinematic story, a story which might be in the book, but that's the truth. Number 4, Akbar Sahib Street, Triplicane, Chennai 5 is where my house was. My house had a hall, similar to the room which I am now, probably a little bigger than this, and a kitchen which can be, one person enters, another person has to exit. That's how the kitchen was. The main room of the house will be from night 9 o'clock till morning 7 o'clock will be a bedroom, hall, dining room, and sleeping room. And after 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock in the night, it will become a tuition class, because my father was a teacher and he used to take tuition classes. And in the weekends, my father was an avid race goer, horse race goer, and he would be there. And there was hardly any scope to read or anything of that kind. And my brother had to read in that small kitchen area or go out of the house and read. And I asked him, how did you get top 55th rank in all India in IIT? He said, in my college, in Vivekananda College, there were 42 students in the class. 41 of us have got into IIT. You're getting what I'm saying? And the only person who did not get into IIT was an actor, Karthik, who was son of another actor called Muthuraman. Okay, and he never used to come to the college because an actor's son. Reminding, so the company you keep makes a huge difference. It was right. In fact, now Stanford research says your net worth is the average net worth of 6 people with whom you interact on a daily basis. Your net worth is the average net worth of 6 people with whom you interact on a daily basis. This applies even now. Okay, what your dad had said. Now, Amit Kotak, come on. Tell about Amit Kotak.
Amit,
And don't
so
compare yourself with others in your speaking. Yeah.
Amit has been a good speaker because he had a head table experience and then networking. So Amit has always been clear in what he spoke all the time. So I was not surprised. And he's a good storyteller also. So that is something which again he showed how good he is. Maybe in between I found some information was not needed. That can always be avoided to make the storytelling more gripping. That is my feedback. I don't know if this is, have you observed, he has a tendency to shake his neck and see left and right.
Yes.
That is something, I don't know if initially when he started his speech, maybe when he was still thinking that, am I in a right story, or maybe, he might be coming up with a story, he might be forming the story in the mind. So maybe at that time he might, but later he did not see left and right. Initially he was looking at left, right and all. So that is my feedback, which he can look forward to rectify.
Noted.
Anybody else?
Sir, hi Amit sir. Like, you are confident. I don't know. You have a lot of experience. It seems like you have a lot of experience in speaking. And the moment you said, "I am the topper," that was the highlight. Congrats.
No, but I really do not have any experience in talking. I mean, except for the time during which I was on the head table at BNI. I think that must have been the only talking experience I've ever had. Again, thanks to Sreeram.
Amit, you became the chapter director only because when I observed your 30-second speech, I could see that you had that material. If I remember, I think I had the one who asked you to become the chapter director.
Yes, I remember.
The only other person whom I had in my mind was Suchin Darewal, but I felt that his time will come. And I asked you to become the chapter director because I knew pretty well that you could conduct the meeting. I'm giving you some secrets also. Sanjeev Sampath was there only because none of you, before you came, none of them were good speakers there. I never had the confidence on anybody to lead the head table. So you had it. The thing is, you have all the essence of making a good presentation. Eye contact a little bit. For you, voice modulation can start immediately. Emotions can start. But I would like to look at you, Amit, beyond your comfort zone, which is when you have to present a commandment, I would like to look at how you're going to speak. Because your own life story, you have spoken very well.
Right.
Now, when I throw you out of the comfort zone, which is what is going to happen, that is when to what extent Amit can go on, retain all this will come into picture. Watch out for that.
I will.
To
Thank you.
re-emphasize. Okay, but otherwise it was a awesome speech. Okay.
Okay, so I want to just say
Yeah,
one thing.
go ahead.
Amit sir, he was extremely confident. I really like the pace with which he went. In the middle, when he was talking about his college, I somehow lost interest. I'm like, wow, why is he repeating the same thing? Right? He could have just said whatever I did in 12th, same thing I did when I was in college, instead of like elaborating whatever he did. Right? Somewhere there, I just lost interest, and then like, yeah, then yes, at the end with the bang, he gave a nice ending. So yes, it was great.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else? My only request to all of you is do not compare yourself with others. I will not compare myself with others. I'll compare with my own performance, and I will get inspired by any and every good performance which comes out and probably learn from that. It's 8 p.m., madam. You want to go ahead today itself, or you want to keep it for Wednesday?
Sir, anything how all are comfortable with.
Yeah. Wednesday?
Both can do. Yeah, sure. No issues.
I'm making you nervous because I know I'm making you nervous because one thing Bikasha must be feeling now. Bishaka, Habba, it's all over. The person who's going to come last is Amit also all over. Okay. For now, because a lot of more are going to come. Okay. So don't miss on the Wednesday and keep me informed about the Sunday and Monday. When is Dasra? There is confusion about everything. Normally, Dasra happens before October 15, but this year it has started yesterday only. So there has been a clash of all the dates. So I don't know about the various families, cultures, how it is. So if nobody has any problem, if everybody is absolutely fine, I would be more than happy to do it on next Sunday. Or if some of you say we want to do it on Saturday or Monday, because Monday I think is a holiday, I don't really know. So check it out and let me know on that. And wow for the day. Wow for the day. Damini, you'll be back by 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock, your office will get over and you'll be back to home, right?
Sir, it was only Saturday. I got late. I reached by 6:30, 6:45. No
Okay.
issues.
Right. Rajendra, you can also do it on Saturday, right? Sorry, Wednesday, right? Unmute. Unmute chesi, malli mute chesi now.
Can you?
We can hear you. We can hear you now.
Yeah, I can do, sir, on Monday, on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Super. Looking forward. Okay, wow moment for the day.
My wow moment is from Amit sir's speech only. Now I am the topper. Tell me whom should I do friendship with? That's good.
Yeah. Anybody else?
The wow moment is the 3 P's. Again, as you said, for everything you need to do is practice, practice, and practice. Whatever you lack at it and you want to achieve that is the only thing that practice, practice, and practice, common in all commandments.
I'm sorry, Damini, I confused your husband with Vishaka's husband.
No issues, sir. Thank you. I will get more time to prepare for Wednesday.
Yes.
I'll practice more.
This is Ravi or?
Yeah, this is Ravi.
Okay.
I just want to share my wow moment. Actually, I need to go out. Actually, I started my car. Sorry about that. My wow moment, Sreeram, is I have not got feedback about my speeches or anything ever till now. And I'm very happy to hear the feedback, especially the negative feedback from our peers. So thank you so much for the opportunity. That's my wow moment.
My pleasure, Ravi. Say drive safe, drive safe. Now, only thing is don't look at it as a negative feedback, look at it as an area of improvement.
Yeah.
Area of improvement. That's what it is.
We have two wow moments.
Yeah.
So one is that out of form comes out of doubt. Okay, that comes. That gets corrected with the practice. And the second wow moment is that you clearly demonstrated that the speaker should vanish and the speech should take over. Okay, that also is a wow moment for me.
Super. Yeah. Anybody else?
Yes, for me, the wow moment was where you said if there is no modulation, it is noise, and when it's modulation, it is music. So yes, so like when I was hearing everybody like, yes, so when I was there was no modulation, it felt boring, and when there is modulation, you automatically grab interest and you want to listen to it. Yeah.
Damini or Vikas? Or
Yes, sir.
So
My wow moment
Ready?
is your net worth is the average of the net worth of 6 people you deal with daily. On
you interact with them daily.
that's the thing. Yes.
Yeah, Damini?
Sir, one more I would like to add the wow moment. It's at the end of the session. The energy I have at the end of the session is really very awesome because today, the Sunday, I was alone at home. The day was very lazy, doing all the household chores. So I was very low and down. But after the session, now I'm on the top of the world.
Okay.
It's a very positive and great energy.
Super, super. Super.
so coming to for me modulation, sir.
Modulation, okay.
So what you said, really. If it is there, nothing modulation, the speech will be get bored, sir.
And if those of you who feel that you have to practice a little more, please contact Harish. First level of contact, Harish Reddy. If you want to practice once, you can feel free to practice. Not mandatory, but if you want to. Yes. Anybody else? Rajendra, anything is there? Wow moment?
Yeah, actually, I'm joined in middle, sir. So, what is the main theme of the session? I does not know. So, anyway, everybody is a well orators. I think more experienced than me. They are mingle with each other very well. The way they are speaking, the way they are expressing, very well. So, I need to learn a lot from them. So, I need to join and I need to communicate more so that I can overcome.
Yeah. See, some of you, what happens is, you might have to practice a little bit with Harish Reddy also, Rajendra. Just
Yes,
feel
sir.
free to practice. See, language is not a problem. You don't have to be a Shakespeare. Don't worry on that. Don't worry on that. And
No. That's
in fact, we have had, I'll tell you openly the name also. Harish Reddy will agree with me on that. Swagat Kumar, who initially when he joined, he was from Canada, but his English is not great. But today, when I'm hearing him day before yesterday in the community meeting, tell me, Harish, how was it? It was one of the best day before yesterday.
It was like he practiced for 10 years. It seemed like that.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah.
So those are the turnaround stories. So feel absolutely free, and we are here. All of us are here to help you out. Okay.
anyway, sir, it's beyond our comfort zone, na, sir.
Yeah. Mr. Dareval.
I have written the golden moments, though probably on Wednesday I will tell, but this is a wow. I've never thought about golden moments in life. So that's wow, remembering that and writing.
Super. Thank you, guys. It's 8:07 now. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.
Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay
Good night,
safe.
everyone.
Good night, sir.
Places,
Good night, everyone. Hi.
community
Good night.
transmission. Some of the places is getting into a community transmission. So my only request to you is don't let the urge of going out or all those stuff take you over. It's still not out of the woods yet. And it's festive season. Celebrate, enjoy, but at the same time, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe.
Thank you, Sreeram.
Thank you.
All the
Thank
very
you.
best. Good night. See you on Wednesday. And please tell me about Sunday or Monday. That's not time. I want a clarification. Any change of timing, change of days, anything, I'm absolutely open. No problem at all. Okay. All the best.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good night.
Ending the